welcome.
Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening and welcome to the National News broadcast, bringing to you live from the National News Studios here at Rupavahini. We are ready to bring you the top stories here at home and around the world. I am Charita Binapurarachi.
And I'm Hishain Ali. Let's have a look at the headlines first. Election Commission says presidential election date to be announced before the end of this month. Minister Kancha Wijayasekara says electricity tariff revision will reduce 20% of the goods and services prices. 10,000 rupee allowance for non-executive grade state workers who were not part of the state sector strike. Minister Bandula Gunawardena says if it is proven that he had issued liquor permits to anyone, he will leave politics. Teams participating in the Women's Asia Cup arrive in the country. Incumbent Rwanda President secures victory in the elections.
On to those and other stories in detail now, and starting off with the top local story. Election Commission says that the presidential election date to be announced before the end of this month.
And addressing a media briefing today, Chairman of the Election Commission, RMAL Ratnaika, said that the presidential election will be held between the September 17th and October 16th. Chairman of the Election Commission, RMAL Ratnaika, said that the presidential election date will be announced before the end of July, and on the same date, the notice regarding the election will also be published. Accordingly, he said that this notice will include the date to accept nominations and the date of the election. He said that the announcing date could be withheld until August 20th. However, he said that a decision has been reached to announce the date before the end of this month. He pointed out that this decision would be reached based on the provisions allocated from the Presidential Election Act and the Constitution. Accordingly, he said that they are expecting to select a suitable date after the September 17th. The Commission Chairman also made remarks regarding persons who have gained the eligibility to vote at the election this year. Chairman of the Election Commission, RMAL Ratnaika, said that the opportunity has been extended to those who have completed 18 years of age from February 1st to May 31st, 2024. He said that these new voters will be included in the voter list, and he also said that approximately 17,140,000 voters are eligible and registered to vote. The Candidate Expenditure Regulatory Program has also been included in this election. Chairman of the Election Commission, RMAL Ratnaika, said that the Candidate Expenditure Regulatory Program will be effective from this election. He said that the Election Commission will issue instructions and guidelines pertaining to the election, and accordingly, these guidelines will be issued to all stakeholders to conduct a free and fair election, he added. The Commission Chairman requested to adhere to these instructions and guidelines and extend their support to conduct free and fair elections. Remarks were shared over the expenditure pertaining to the election. Chairman of the Election Commission, RMAL Ratnaika, said that an allocation of 10 billion rupees was requested and the relevant funds have been released. He said that the government printer has informed that sufficient quantities of papers are available to print ballot papers.
And meanwhile, Minister Kancha Wijayasekara says following the revision of electricity prices, there is potential for a reduction of approximately 20% in the prices of goods and services in the market. The minister further urged the business community to alleviate the burden on the public by lowering prices starting on the day of the electricity price adjustment, coinciding with the reduction of the electricity bills. Public will receive the benefit of a 22.5% reduction in electricity tariffs from today onwards. Religious institutions will receive a 30% decrease across their entire category. Accordingly, consumers using less than 90 units of electricity will benefit mostly from the electricity tariff revision. Minister Kanchana Vijayasekara said that this time there are several key factors contributing to a 22.5% reduction in electricity prices. Notably, he said that there has been significant improvement in the economic situation. Additionally, he said that over the past 2 years, there has been an increase in rainfall, leading to high hydropower generation. Renewable energy production has also seen a rise, he added. In April, the minister said that electricity from the Uma Oil hydropower plant was integrated into the national grid. Over the last 18 months, the Ceylon Electricity Board has diligently worked to reduce operational cost. He said that no new employees have been hired, reducing the workforce from 26,000 to 22,000 employees. Hotels, factories and small businesses to receive a 25 to 26% relief from the new electricity tariff revision.
And in the meantime, the students of Jayasuriya Mahavidyalaya Anamadur recently visited President Ranil Wickremesinghe at the Presidential Secretariat and had a cordial conversation. President inquired about their educational activities and instructed authorities to direct attention on the shortcomings of their school. Addressing their concerns, President Wickremesinghe took note of their request to complete the row plant system currently under construction by the Navy, as the school's drinking water source is brackish. He instructed the officers to proceed with the necessary work. The President also saw that the students' demand for smart classrooms with adequate facilities, access to computers and a dedicated building for the aesthetics department will be met. Senior Advisor on National Security and Chief of Presidential Staff Sagar Ratnayaka and Secretary to the President Samaneka Naika were present on this occasion.
Cabinet approval has been granted to extend a 10,000 rupee allowance at one time for non-executive grade state workers who reported to duty during the 2-day strike action launched by the state sector. Cabinet spokesman Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena said that the decision was reached to extend the allowance without influencing the salary increments. Meanwhile, the government has reached a decision to increase the safety of former presidents of the opposition leader. The cabinet of the ministers made this decision following a US presidential candidate Donald Trump shooting incident. Cabinet of Ministers has approved the proposal presented by the President to implement Indigenous Medicine National Policy 2024-2034 in Sri Lanka, which has been prepared through the wide participatory process by a panel of experts. Cabinet of Ministers has approved the proposal to consider the minimum qualification recognized for university admissions by 193 United Nations member countries as the minimum qualification to enroll for the degree programs is recognized degree awarding institutions in the country. The proposals was presented by Minister Susil Premachand, confirmed the exceptional opportunities which are not revealed by aforesaid qualifications have to be confirmed through the UK NARIC institution. 17 universities and 26 degree awarding institutions are recognized by the Section 25A of the University Act. Cabinet of Ministers has approved the proposal presented by Minister Jeevan Thondaman to implement the formulated amended vote tariff policy and amended vote tariff formula from the year 2025. Cabinet of Ministers has approved the proposal presented by Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena to complete the part of one of the Kodagama-Homagama road which is finished halfway. The Cabinet of Ministers has given its policy approval previously to amend paragraph B of Article 83 of the Constitution by replacing the words exceeding 6 years with the words exceeding 5 years stated in paragraph B of Article 83 of the Constitution. The bill prepared accordingly by the legal draftsman has received the clearance of the Attorney General. Accordingly, Cabinet of Ministers approved the combined proposal presented by President and Minister Dr. Vijayadas Rajapaksha to publish the bill in the Government Gazette and then table in Parliament for approval. Cabinet of Ministers has approved the proposal presented by Minister Nimal Siripal de Silva to award the contracts to commence operations of currency exchange countries in the area designated for customs proposes at the arrivals area of Bandaranaike International Airport, Katunaika. The contract will remain effective for 3 years.
Meanwhile, Cabinet spokesman Minister Bandula Gunawardena says that if it is proven that he had issued liquor permits to anyone, he will leave politics. The minister made these remarks during the Cabinet briefing held today at the Government Information Department. Cabinet spokesman Minister Bandula Gunawardena said that he has functioned as the Deputy Finance Minister and during this tenure, the Excise Department was under his portfolio. However, he said that he had never issued liquor permits to anyone during this time. He said that if proven, he will leave Sri Lankan politics. He said that as the Homagama Development Committee Chair and Convener, he has always urged not to issue such permits. However, he said that then Development Authority Chair has issued permits, which in return many objections were levelled against him. He said that he has reiterated not to link him with such acts. The minister said that he also approached the Prime Minister in this regard, but he is yet to speak to him regarding this matter. He has informed the Secretary to the Prime Minister over the approval granting process when he has already informed not to issue such permits. He said that he has requested for an investigation from the Public Administration Ministry as well as Excise Department to suspend such approvals. Speaking about rumoured amendments which are to be introduced to school curriculums such as professional and vocational subjects to overcome the financial crisis and remove aesthetic subjects, the minister said that no such measure will be taken by the government. He said that it is internationally recognized to include aesthetic subjects to educational curriculums. Therefore, no such measure will be taken to remove such subjects.
Leader of the Samagi Janabala Vega, opposition leader Sajith Premadasa says that actions should speak beyond words while prioritizing efficiency. The opposition leader said that the Samagi Janabala Vega has fulfilled a massive amount of work which none of the oppositions failed in the last 76 years. The opposition leader made these remarks while addressing the Samagi intellectual stage yesterday. Opposition leader Sajith Premadasa said that they believe universal economic social democracy. He said that they will continue to move forward in this middle ground where social, democratic and market concepts will be used to balance the positives and negatives of capitalism. Accordingly, he said that the SJB is equipped with an efficient, proficient and experienced team of implement a realistic, practical and progressive economic program. He said that they have created an opposition which serves the nation. He said that this is the system change that is required.
The leader of the National People's Power, Anurukumara Dissanayake, says that his movement is aiming to create a production-based economy in the country. He made these remarks while taking part in a public rally. The public rally was held in Patkade rural area. The Muslim community and gem industry community were present at this occasion. Leader of the National People's Power, Anurukumara Dissanayake, said that they will build a government which is free from crime and drugs. He said that they will build a nation through economic means. Accordingly, he said that necessary facilities will be provided for the industries and businesses which will reflect in their growth. He pointed out that this growth will improve the income of the government. He said that a positive environment should be facilitated for the entrepreneurs and industrialists to build their businesses. He added that in order to create this positive environment, an efficient state service should be ensured.
And meanwhile, Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna parliamentarian Mahindananda Alutgamage says that all political parties are rallying around President Ranil Wickremesinghe and the President. He made these remarks during a media briefing held in Colombo today. Parliamentarian Mahindananda Alutgamage said that a series of public meetings were held on the 14th of this month to further strengthen the government. He said that a large crowd gathered for this program from various parts of the country. He said that many political parties have agreed to extend their support to President Ranil Wickremesinghe. He said that based on a report of Mood Nation yesterday, the confidence of the public of the government has increased by 24%, while economically 28%. He said that even more crowd will take part in the public meetings which will be held on the 21st. He said that several sections who left the government and sat in the opposition are with the Samagi Janabala Brigade. He said that a few senior members of the Samagi Janabala Brigade might leave the party and join the government alliance. He said that the popularity of the National People's Power is waning.
Former parliamentarian of the United National Party, Saman Ratnapiriya, says that the public mandate is to hand over the cooperative to Anurakumara Dissanayake and the country to President Ranil Wickremesinghe. Addressing the media briefing held at the Sirikota UNP headquarters, he said that it has been proven that Anurakumara Dissanayake is incapable of managing the cooperative. Former parliamentarian of the United National Party, Saman Ratnapiriya, said that the mandate of the nation is to hand over the cooperative to Anurakumara Dissanayake and the country to President Ranil Wickremesinghe. He said that the public health inspectors were able to seize 600 kilograms of inconsumable dry rations prepared by JVP through to Polpitigama Cooperative. He said that the JVP popularity continues to decline.
Representatives of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna arrived at the election commissions today. They visited the commission to discuss regarding the upcoming presidential election. Founder of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna, Basil Rajapaksa, was also present at this occasion. General Secretary of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna parliamentarian Sagara Karivasam said that all necessary preliminary measures have been taken by the convening district electoral committees and conducting meetings in all districts. He said that necessary information was obtained from the Commission to advance a strong victorious journey.
ලබා ගත්තා. ඒ අනුව අපේ ඉදිරි කටයුතු අපි අදම ආරම්භ කරන්න ඕනේ. ඒ සියලු කටයුතු අපි ගිය සතියේ සියලු දිස්ත්‍රික්ක සමුළු පවත්වලා දිස්ත්‍රික්ක බල මණ්ඩල කැඳවලා අවශ්‍ය මූලික පියවර ආරම්භ තියෙනවා. ඉතින් අපි මේ ශක්තිමත් ජයග්‍රාහී ගමන යන්න අවශ්‍ය තොරතුරු ලබා ගැනීම අද සිදු කරනවා. අපේ පක්ෂ යාන්ත්‍රණය තාම ශක්තිමත්. ඒ යාන්ත්‍රණය තුල
Parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksa said that internal mechanism of the party is strong and within 6 weeks they are capable in taking their message to the constituents.
Moving on, Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena says that positive new thinking is required for the development of the country. The Prime Minister expressed these remarks at the Temple Trees yesterday at the occasion of awarding concessional loans for solar energy and development projects of local government institutions implemented by the Local Loans Development Fund.
The Asia Foundation, which has been working with Sri Lanka for a long time, for many decades. Once again, we thank you. Your contribution towards learning, your contribution towards building the library services in our country, and your contribution towards improving the quality of these services in our local government is a tremendous gesture we appreciate. We hope that we can work along with the loan fund to new areas that are open today. I also would like once again to thank the ADB representative, UNDP. UNDP has been helpful in getting our local government to think afresh, take new areas into your development efforts. Local government has been benefited by the UNDP programs that have been assisting our local government, especially in the environment sector, solid waste, and many other sectors which are up for development into new approaches that this government has launched. So I thank you, and I hope you all will also give a lot of new thinking. New thinking is necessary as they have started. I wouldn't say they are slow in developing new thinking, but the fund has been needing new thinking. They have to manage, they have to face the challenges, they have to face the new technology that is necessary and finance them through their banking bank, which has been established for such clear objectives. We hope the bank and the international agencies will work together and develop new areas that we have been looking forward to. The Honorable State Minister in charge of the Ministerial, Local Government and Provincial Council, and the Ministry of Public Administration, Local Government and Provincial Council looks forward to this.
State Finance Minister Ranjit Siyambalapati says that the government has initiated a program to attract tourists by developing tourist hotspots in the country. He made these remarks while taking part in the ceremony held to commence the historic Yatala Dise Temple development project in Galgamuwa. The cave temple, which consists of 16 caves situated on a small cliff surrounded by a natural forest core. This development project is included in the conservation of the Buddha shrine, development of the entry road to the temple and the conservation temple premises, which consist of the historic relics. The development project has been jointly initiated by Urban Development Authority, Department of Archaeology and Galigamu Divisional Secretariat Division. Since the temple is situated close to Colombo Kandy Main Road, it is considered as one of the tourist attractions in the country. State Finance Minister Ranjit Siyambalapati said that many potential tourist attractions which rich biodiversity, cultural heritage and historic value have been identified. Accordingly, he said that with necessary infrastructure and guidance, these sites can be further improved to attract tourists. He said that the tourists who travel across Pinnavala and Kitulgala will be able to visit the villages in the surrounding areas. He said that this 3-year development project will benefit the people in Kegwal district.
And in the meantime, cricket equipment was distributed to 67 schools yesterday at the Presidential Secretariat. This event was held under the patronage of Chief of Staff to the President and the President's Senior Advisor on National Security, Sagala Ratnayaka. The program was organised by the Youth Vision 2048 organisation and the Sri Lanka Cricket Board following the vision of President Ranil Wickremesinghe. It was carried out under the full guidance and supervision of Chief of Staff to the President Sagala Ratnayaka. Chief of Staff to the President and the President's Senior Advisor on National Security, Sagala Ratnayaka emphasised the importance of school cricket in nurturing talented players for the national level. He also highlighted President Wickremesinghe's commitment over the past 2 years to rebuilding the country's economy. The President's aim to implement an economic program that ensures a prosperous future for the country's children within a corruption-free framework. Presidential Advisor on Climate Change, Juan Vijayawardena, expressed his appreciation for all those contributing to the development of future generation sports skills. Moving on, Minister Vidura Wickramanayake says that many antiquities taken from the country by the United Kingdom during the colonial period, including the Statue of Tara, will be returned to Sri Lanka. The minister expressed these views during a press conference called Collective Path to a Stable Country held at the Presidential Media Centre yesterday. Minister Vidura Wickramanayake said that many antiquities taken from the country by the United Kingdom, including the Statue of Tara, are in the process of being repatriated. He said that they are working to bring back these and other ancient treasures and have also received numerous similar items from the Netherlands. Moreover, there are people in the country who constantly divide into opposing parties and accuse each other, he added. The minister said that what they need are individuals who reorganize right from wrong and are dedicated to the betterment of the country and its people.
The Korean Ambassadors Cup Taekwondo Championship in line with the Korean Week was held in Colombo recently. This event was organized by the Korean Embassy in Sri Lanka. The final rounds of Korean Ambassadors Cup Taekwondo Championship was held at the BMICH. Korean Ambassador to Sri Lanka, Myeon Lee, Minister Harin Fernando and the Kukiwon Dispatch Taekwondo Master Kishore Lee graced the event. The Korean Week, composed of Korean Ambassadors Cup Taekwondo Championship and K-Pop World Festival, showcased a stunning blend of athleticism and cultural extravaganza. The Korean Ambassadors Cup Taekwondo Championship was jointly hosted by the Korean Embassy and the Sri Lanka Taekwondo Federation. Presented the final rounds of Korean Ambassadors Cup Championship was held at the event, and the Korean Ambassador to Sri Lanka, Myeon Lee, presented the trophies to the winners.
It is my pleasure having all of you here at the 2024 Korean Ambassadors Cup Taekwondo Championship. I can feel the greater energy and enthusiasm among all the competent Taekwondo athletes than last year. This, I believe, reflects the hope we all share for the brighter prospect for Sri Lanka in the struggle to get out of the dark tunnel of the economic difficulties of past years. Therefore, I take this opportunity again to congratulate the Sri Lankan government for all the efforts of the past years, for the successful negotiations on the debt restructuring. And as the member of the Paris Club, Korea is ready to speed up on resuming the suspended projects as well as exploring new projects that are critical for the development of Sri Lanka.
Meanwhile, an event was organized to celebrate the World K-pop Festival in Sri Lanka. This event brought K-pop enthusiasts together for a day of excitement and cultural exchange. This K-pop World Festival is a celebration of Korea's globally acclaimed music industry with stunning choreography and charismatic performance of K-pop fans in Sri Lanka. Among over 100 talented applicants for the preliminary rounds, and finalists performed their talents on the stage by performing their favorite songs and dances. The festival provided a vibrant platform for K-pop fans to celebrate their passion for Korean culture and music, making it a memorable event for all who wanted.
And in the meantime, a photo exhibition was held in Colombo yesterday to mark the 8th anniversary of the July event in Turkey. It was organized by the Turkey Embassy in Sri Lanka. Turkey commemorates the people killed during the July 15, 2016 defeated coup attempt. Since its designation in October 2016, every year, Turkey marks July 15th as Democracy and National Unity Day, with events held nationwide and worldwide to commemorate those who lost their lives beating back the fascists and remember the bravery of the nation. Accordingly, the embassy organized this event to commemorate the fallen victims of the defeated coup attempt. Many distinguished guests were present at this occasion.
That's it on local stories. Stay tuned with international news after this break.
ශ්‍රී ලාංකීය බලල ක්‍රීඩාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ජාතික ලිගහැරුම 48 වැනි ජාතික මහා ක්‍රීඩා උළෙල 2024 සමාරම්භය ජුලි 17 වැනිදා පස්වරු 3ට සුගතදාස ක්‍රීඩාංගණයේදී සජීව විකාශය ක්‍රීඩාවේ ප්‍රමුඛයා ChannelEye.
Welcome back with international stories. And Rwandan President Paul Kagame is on course to extend his 24-year rule by another 5 years in a landslide victory, with most of the votes counted from yesterday's election.
Paul Kagame sustained 99.15% of the vote so far, with about 79% of ballots counted. Partial results announced by the Electoral Commission show his two opponents shared less than 1% of the vote. Paul Kagame thanked Rwanda for their trust in an address at his Rwandan Patriotic Front Party headquarters. Paul's opponents, environmentalist Frank Habineza and ex-journalist and government advisor Felipe, sustained 0.53% and 0.32% respectively.
Kamu damachan prima kotumi fantamai.
Moving on to sports news, the Women's Asia Cup cricket tournament will begin on this Friday.
Many teams have arrived in the country to take part in this tournament. 8 teams will take part in the T20 Women's Asia Cup Cricket Tournament. This tournament, which will begin on this Friday, will continue till the 28th of this month. The championship will be played at the Dambula International Cricket Stadium. Bangladesh and Indian cricket teams arrived in the country this evening. The Pakistan team will arrive at 10 p.m. tonight. The Malaysia, Nepal, UAE and Thailand teams have already arrived in the country. The preliminary rounds of the tournament will be held under 2 groups. India, Pakistan, UAE and Nepal will complete in Group A, while Thailand, Malaysia, Bangladesh and host Sri Lanka will compete in Group B. The opening match of the tournament will be between UAE and Nepal. Sri Lanka will play their first match against Bangladesh on the 20th. Sri Lanka Cricket, in an announcement, said that the fans can watch the tournament free of charge. And meanwhile, St. Joseph's College, Maradada managed to secure the All-Ireland Men's School Swimming Championship.
And Ladies College, Colombo secured the Women's Championship. The 49th edition of the tournament was held at the Sukadadasa Complex, Colombo. More than 6,000 swimmers took part in the tournament. St. Joseph's College won the championship for the 19th occasion. St. Peter's College, Bambalapitia was runners-up in the men's division, while Mahamaya Girls' School in Kandy was runners-up in women's division. Watala Lyceum International School won the mixed school championship. Yehani Kurupu was able to win the women's singles championship in the National Squash Open. Sharif Hakim of Sri Lanka Air Force won the men's open singles championship. The tournament was organized by the Sri Lanka Squash Association and it was played at Ratmalana Air Force Squash Court.
Kamuda machan, prima kotumi, fantamai.
And with that, we conclude tonight's English news. Do it just tomorrow at the very same time. I'm Charita, signing off with Hesha. Stay safe. Good night.